Hey guys, welcome. Welcome back to my channel. I know I've been a little MIA and I asked again that you guys forgive me for that. Um, I've been going through really a lot. Life changing events lately for the last month. Hence why I haven't been on here as frequently as I like to be. I start videos and I can't even finish them. Just a lot going on. Make a long story short. But I just got on here to talk to y'all for a minute about some things that go on in real life and truth because that's what we talk about over here. That has never changed, okay? Speaking of real life can throw some surprises. It can be some hurdles that you jump over. It can be some very life changing, altering events to take place and situations and, things to happen. And it's not no going back. It's you have to adapt and adjust to all of these things. And sometimes it's not easy to do that, okay? Which is why it's taken me some while to be back on here reading for you guys. I want to talk about it, but I feel like I need to incorporate somebody else in on it and get their permission first before I do so. But of course, we all got stories to tell, right? I want to tell my own story, and I want others involved to, speak freely and tell their own stories. Um, that's only fair, right? So, with that being said, that's a little bit about what's been going on with me. Um, the more I think about this life and, how we've been lied to, bamboozled, and cheated out of damn near everything, even from, you know, some of us, our identity to our sanity, Um, it just don't make sense to me. Once I realize all of these things, I stop and I wonder, you know, about things. And of course, when we go introverted, you know, we think of a lot of things. Lately, I have been guided. Certain things come to me, if that makes sense. Just like right before this life changing event in my life took place, certain things was coming to me, but I didn't pay attention to it because that's my problem. I don't really always pay full attention to the tiniest little details. So I need to really start, even with my readings. I know this about myself, and I'm working on that. But um, saying all that to say, we go through things, and they just change the way we feel about things, the way we live. Um, the way we view things, our perspective, and whatnot. And I just want to say that when life throwing you these obstacles, these challenges, these hurdles, and you're going through this thing called life, this journey, first and always being spiritual. Um, it's just like you got to keep moving, right? Some people give up, but that's not what I recommend. I recommend that we fight. We keep it moving, like, because we all here for a purpose and reasons, even if we do not understand the things that we are encountering or going through, right? So these things change our life, not, and certain things change all around you so that, your whole life can change. And some of us, we be stuck, don't want to change. And God got a way of shaking things up, and not only just shaking things up, but totally changing lives when you don't want to. And I just feel like you don't want God to do it, but sometimes we can be a little fixed. Some of us are fixed signs, we're stubborn, and it's just that's the reality of things, okay? And certain placements in our chart might be that way, and it makes certain people, if you're not a fixed sign, act like one. So life is just full of surprises, and just like Forrest Gump, you never know what you're gonna get. For me, it's always been forever changing, to the point where I survive in survival mode, which is not a good thing all the time. Um, your body don't, your spirit. it don't get much rest. If you're constantly going through things. Of course, me creating this channel was it stemmed from me going through things. Okay, so everything happens for a reason. Um, and along this path, since I've been on this journey and on this channel, I've been through numerous more things that's been life changing and forever changing. Okay, so that's one thing I can say about this journey called life. It's forever changing. And you just got to be able to adapt to it. And it's not easy for some like it is for others. Okay, that's why networking would be good. Not completely isolating yourself, even if you feel like it. You know, getting to know people, but the right people, not the wrong ones. Because you can get to know more karmics or whatever, not the wrong people, but I'm talking about the right people. Got a way of sending them. If you welcome them in your life. I've been trying to be better with that, me myself. Um, because it really do take a village. It take a village when you're going through certain things. You find out who really there for you when you're going through certain things, mm, especially life changing things. You find out who your real tribe is. Okay. Um, I thank you guys for still being here with me in spirit. Okay. Um, I appreciate that and still watching the channel. I really do. But I feel like I've went through awakening after awakening after awakening, and I don't like to get on here when my energy is not right. I'm sorry, y'all. I haven't gotten much rest, no peace. You ever felt like your soul was not at rest, or your spirit not at rest, or you don't have peace? Well, that's kind of where I'm at right now with this thing called life. I'm really at a point where I'm ready to just move off the grid. If it wasn't for my babies, I would, you know. But when you have children, you have to think about them and their well being and stuff like that. But that's always been a dream of mine. And I've been coming across content from other creators, and I've been sharing it still in my community section about those people, that inspire me to make these moves. And sometimes those are all the signs and confirmation you need to do it yourself. Like before the young lady I came across a young man, and they basically both live in the woods in different ways and got there on different paths. But it don't matter, how you get there. It's just the fact that they both got there. Like maybe we all doing it wrong. Like I don't really believe in a 9 to 5 job. Obviously, I'm on YouTube, right? Trying to become an entrepreneur, even though it's slow motion, it's still motion. I don't make no money, but one day I hope to. Again, I have before previously in the past, but not much. That is my goal with this channel, apparently, and to inspire and pass down knowledge and my spirituality as much as I can to humanity, and help and talk to and comfort those who need it, when it comes to real life and things that we go through. You know, truthfully and honestly speaking, I feel like the world lacks love, and we need more of it. We need more people that's going through what we're going through to speak out and to help. You know what I mean? Others get there, like even if it's step by step, showing them the way. You can teach somebody how to fish, or you can catch the fish for them. But if you teach them how to fish, then they can catch their fish themselves, and that's what I'm trying to do. You understand? Um, that's just an example of what I'm trying to do. And God willing, if He keep breath in my body long enough, I'll be able to accomplish that and tell my stories and my struggles because they make me who I am. And I'm grateful for the bad, because if I did not know the bad, the dark, I would not know the light. Okay, that gets me through every day, every hour, every second, knowing that there is light through the darkness, that it can't stay dark forever, that things must change, that energy always changes, it never dies, and it always transfers. That's what helped me through. life every day. Okay, so yeah, sometimes, this world, being caught up in these worldly ways can have you so distracted from what's really important, which is the little things like water, sunlight, you first and foremost. Um, you know, we get so distracted by mundane things and money. We can't focus on spirituality and God. So many people lose focus. They think we are all here to work as hard, and ain't nothing wrong with that. I understand that. I've done that. I've worked 2 and 3 jobs and went to college. You know what I mean? It just depends on the situation. Like, and sometimes I've worked one job, long hours, overtime, like 60 hours just to make ends meet. I mean, I've done it all. That's why I can talk about these experiences and what works for me. I don't feel like that's working for me either. Like, um, my goal was to build so that I can, buy land. That's something I always wanted. I actually think my grandfather died and left land, but I've been having a hard time tracking it down or finding it. Also, I was told he left money, but also having a hard time with finding that. But one day maybe I'll find it. If not, until then, I plan on building my own, buying my own, and stuff like that, God willing. You know, sometimes it's not our plan, but it's God's plan, and we need to understand that, you know, really and truthfully, because um, we have our own set of plans for our life and the way in which it should go. People might look at me, like I am a mother of 7, right? For an example, and judge me and say all kind of things, but in reality, you don't know what it is to live in my shoes or to be me or to walk in my shoes and deal with what I've been dealing with. So everybody's path and journey is different. Like, and everybody ain't made to like go live off grid either. I know that. Everybody ain't made to like have a career or work in a field. So many people that graduate. I just try to like stay up on what's going on in the real world. Like right now in the real world, most people not working in they fields when they graduate and they get these degrees. They're not doing that or they're not happy doing it. I just want to be happy and peaceful with the years I got left, you know. However, I need to do that. At this point, I do feel like I am past the age where I should have a lot accomplished, and it's not because I didn't try to do these things, it's just what it meant, obviously, or it would be. It's not that I was just too lazy, as some might look at it, and everybody gonna judge you and have their own opinion, and that's okay, but that don't mean it's true. You understand? Um, I could sit here and tell everything in my life from beginning to end, and everybody's still gonna have different opinions on it. Okay. My point here is that everything is written. It always have been, even before we even knew it, right? And there's no wrong way to get to the destination, which is at the end of the road called death, you know. But you can change how you live and enjoy life. So many people in this world is living but not enjoying life. So they're like the walking dead. They're alive, but they're not living. Like some people go on vacations every 6 months. Some people never been on one, and I'm talking about those people who never been on one, who feels like they're trapped in what we call the rat race, okay? Everybody know what that means. The rats in the box or the crabs in the barrel or bucket or whatever you want to call it, right? Um, you can call it whatever you want to call it. It's still the same thing. It's like they have many names for God, but it's still one mighty, true Alpha and the Omega, okay? At least that's how I feel. And I just feel like I'm in the, you know how pregnancy has trimesters. the first, second, and third trimester. I feel like I'm in the last trimester of my life, really. And I feel like I need to start enjoying life. But sometimes that's hard to do when you have so much responsibility and so much on your plate. You gotta clear it. You gotta clear the plate, before it can get washed. You gotta clear the plate. You gotta throw away the scraps before you can wash the plate in the sink with the dishes, right? Um, I hope y'all understand what I'm trying to say. Um, I got a lot of cleaning up to do, basically, before I can get to where I need to be in life or what I aspire to do in life. Because I've always been one since I had children to put me last, to put my dreams, my goals, all that on hold for my children and for this fake ass American dream. And I call that fake ass American dream because it's not real, it's a lie. We've been fooled, okay? It's the way God wants us to live, and it's the way man wants us to live. And pretty much we all about to be faced with having to ask ourselves the question if who you gonna listen to? Are you gonna listen to man or God? I don't know about y'all, but I'm listening to God. Okay, and it's just already like I've been listening to God. That's why I'm here on YouTube, on this spiritual journey. People say I was crazy at first and all this. I promise y'all, like nobody was around me in my world, in the real world, awoke when I went through this journey at first. Like, and I'm so glad to see how much has changed so quickly and how it's expanded so much already. And even that's scary because God is waking his people up. Okay. For some reason, something big is about to happen and it's happening this year. Okay. Not only within families, in your own homes, because that's been happening for many of us, right? I talked about this in my intuitive readings. No cards. I don't need cards, you guys. But I use those for you guys. I know you guys love them. I don't need them. Everything comes from within us. Okay, we born with everything we need, literally. But we've been doing it wrong. We have. We've been doing it wrong, all wrong. And I'm not afraid to admit that. I don't care who judge me or say I'm lazy or say I need a job. I'm not going back to that world. Like I've been tempted and I can prove it. Like I've got like I'm still applying for jobs, but I know intuitively in my soul and my heart I don't want to do that no more. I've did that for 40 plus years, working jobs, um, being away from my children and then even dealing with that, you know, being a single mom, you have to, and I know this a lot, y'all, it's a lot I'm cramming in, but I'm just talking, rambling, so just listen. Um, Even with that, but while I was away at work, trying to make $1 out of 15 cents, you know what I mean? Choosing not to be out here being worser, like, some people. I could have been way worse off being out here in a illegal manner and a darker shadow or uh, in my lower vibrational energy, you feel me? The lowest of the lows. I could have been out here like that, but I chose not to. You know, I've listened to men all my life. Far as holidays go, far as what we've been taught, everything far as my history, who, knowing who you are, all that. I've been listening to that shit all my life. And it got me nowhere. I've been trying to do what we feel is right in the eyes of man in society. And it's all wrong, you guys. It is. It's all wrong. Um, it's other ways. And people are showing you this every day on this here internet, social media. You just got to pay attention, okay? Um, it's no right or wrong way to live on this earth, okay? Um, and we do have free will to live however we choose to. But just no consequences and repercussions come with all of it, Um, Karma comes with all of it, however you look at it. Um, I say try to be the best version of you as you can be until the day you die. While you here, keep God close. I've always lived by that, which is not always easy to do, and I get that too. I mean, I'm human. I'm living it. I'm not just talking about it, I'm living it. We face with challenges and temptation and different things and addictions and all that along the way. But when you get in tune more spiritually, which most people do, living off grid or isolating themselves more, you connect with God more, you connect with earth more, and you able to like overcome those temptations and barriers. You understand? And it's not always easy for all of us to do that, even though we might want to. It's levels, and it's, you gotta have shit. You gotta have resources. You gotta have people, and you gotta have money because ain't shit free. I don't care. Ain't shit free. And man made that. You know what I mean? God gave us all things free, and man put a price on it. Okay? Y'all need to know that. Um, it's us who fucked up the world. It's the people. It's not God. Okay? Um, if it was up to God, everything would be free. And this would be a perfect world, right? And I don't know if we ever gonna get back to the beginning where God created and it was peace. I don't know. Um, but I know something going on with the energy and the world, the atmosphere, where shifts has been taking place for it to be close to that. Okay, I do know this. Um, and it might not happen in my generation. It might not happen in my kids' generation. It might happen in they kids' generation or their grandkids' generation. You feel me? But that's out of my control. That's all on God's timing, right? And I understand that too. We do the best we can with what we got, right? You break generational curses. You teach them in the way they should go, and not the wrong way. Because for so many years we've been taught the wrong way. Like we should be taking care of the atmosphere, the earth. We should be really doing this, you know, learning how to grow our own food. I feel like these systems are set up to as traps as well. They don't teach us what we need to know to survive for real, for real. Even survival mode, not real survival mode. If you get my drift. So many people out here in survival mode don't even know how to survive. They don't know how to make fires. They don't know how to do none of that. I'm learning, and as I learn, I will teach you guys. But that's how we evolve as a planet, by learning and teaching and passing along to others. Okay? We have that choice, choose love. Love is not going out here working a 9 to 5 all your life to you damn near dead and can't take care of your family or be around your family and spend time with them and enjoy them. That's not life. Working all your life at a job that can let you go at any second and replace you the very next hour. You understand? That's not love. Love is being able to be in tune with where you come from. Because we go back to where we come from. We know nothing about it because we ain't been in tune with it. You understand? We so busy being busy with the worldly ways and the things they tell us is important and what we should be doing and whatnot. I'm telling y'all, I'm so different from so many people. That song's like, I'm so different. Um, I'm hearing this song, y'all. Hold on. What is it? It's an intuitive message in this song. Bryson Tiller. I think it's I'm coming back for mine. I'm not sure, but I'm gonna tape it below when I figure it out of this video. But anyway, y'all, I just wanted to talk to y'all for a minute about these things because people be worried about the wrong stuff. Like if you look around, I look around, I be feeling like sometimes is it just me? Like I look around and I see so much that is wrong. And this even within my own family, even within me. Like I'm I am so fucked up. Like yeah, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, I'm trying to get there, y'all. Just like y'all, I tell y'all all the time, y'all, it's not here by yourself. Because I mean that. I don't want y'all to ever think because I'm a reader and I read tarot or I'm an intuitive reader because sometimes I don't read tarot, but I read intuitively. I don't want y'all to feel like I'm no better than y'all, because I'm not. We are all going through this. Ain't no such thing as somebody being fully healed, okay? Because what? What? Show me a fully healed person. I'm waiting. Even gurus have to discipline themselves so they can, practice continuing daily uh, being healed in every way, lining up every chakra. It's not easy. It's a battle every day, every second, every minute. I said that wrong, but y'all get it right. Um, I've I've isolated myself for a while now, trying to do what I feel I'm guided to do with my spirituality thing, but not in the right way, not in the way I want to be isolated. And I tell y'all, too much isolation not good, because it's true. You don't want to get so far off grid or isolated that you can't come back, okay? So still, have your resources, go out, interact with people from time to time, go out. If you don't really, you're not a people person like me, go out and interact with Mother Nature, because Mother Nature has its own voice. It speaks to you. Like, I know I'm an earth sign and all, but I'm not just saying that because I'm an earth sign. It is really true. Like, the birds talk to you. Everything has a voice, okay? You just got to be open to listen. Yeah, I'm just looking out the window, and I'm thinking, what else I want to say? Anyway, I just feel like I pray God keep breath in my body to be able to accomplish the great things that I want to accomplish and pass down to humanity as a whole, to help people and inspire people, because that is my goal. I've always been who I am on and off camera, the same person. Um, I still too have to take accountability for my own actions. I still too fall short and fuck up, okay? I'm not afraid to admit that. That will be forever until the day I die, though. And that's what y'all need to know. Don't wait for the perfect moment, the perfect relationship, the perfect time, because there ain't no such thing, okay? You can hinder yourself sometimes. Take it from me, I know. Then you'll pass the whole life pass you by, and you're hindered, never even doing anything because out of fear. Like, and fear is not real. Fear is just that false energy appearing real, okay? That's what fear is. But to some of us, it is real. But you gotta watch how you think. I'm trying to retrain my thoughts and all that. You gotta reprogram yourself out of the matrix, and that's just period. We're definitely living in the matrix where nothing is real and everything is an illusion, and it's up to you to discern what works for you and what's best for you. But again, I encourage you guys to stay up to date on what's going on around you. And I'm not just talking about immediately in your surroundings, I'm talking about in the world we live in. How can you prepare for what's about to come? Well, I feel like you can't, but you can try. You can try, and you can just, learn new skills to try to pray God, get you through it when the time comes, whatever is to come. That's all any of us can do. But in the meantime, I recommend that you guys brushing up some skills on how to grow your own food, how to, shoot guns. You're going to have to protect you and your family one day. Maybe be legal, though, so you won't have to worry about police. Um, what else? Just a lot of things, like how to live without, how to gather water, how to live without electricity and gas. These things some of us never even experience because we're so used to the way society and men tell us how to live. We don't know how to, listen to God and how He tell us to live. I feel like just saying, you guys, We did. I heard this girl say that. We got it all wrong, and I just feel like we did. Like if you think about the animals and how they live on this earth, everything from the ants to the birds in the sky, they got it right. Humans though, who messing it up, who causing chaos, we got it wrong. We really did. And the sooner we all realize that, the better off we'll be. So we can change it and at least try to get it right or get back on the right direction, the way God wants us to live or whatever, or have some sort of harmony and peace. You know, some people actually have that. And as far as the people I know, they don't live in a city, they live off the grid or in the country, which has always been a dream of mine. I used to draw houses and what it looked like, and it always had like a sandbox, a swing set, a swimming pool, a garden, a long driveway, a house, and I always imagined building it myself and doing what I wanted with my land. But I never even got to that yet because I did everything wrong. And you don't want to be like me to you in your third trimester and you realize you did everything wrong. At that point, you just want to do everything right. But then you have to ask yourself this question like, is it too late to right every wrong? I don't know. But I'm here to tell you I won't stop trying. Long as God wake you up every day and have breath in your body, you have another day to thank God and to try to get it right. I can tell you that. Try to correct what's wrong. Mentally, emotionally, spiritually, or whatever way you feel like you need to for that day. The best advice I can give y'all is to never give up, because that is when everything stops. As long as you don't give up and you keep moving, slow motion is better than no motion, you'll get somewhere. You'll get to where you're destined to be. And I'm not just talking about to death. Before death, you're destined to go on a journey and encounter things before that, right? Everybody know that, right? Okay. But I'm talking about along the way. And we all on borrowed time. Nobody know how long they got here really, but God, okay? You might have an idea. You might, I mean, because I'm talking to astrologers and numerologists now. You might have an idea. You might have a certain way of knowing how or where even, but you still just never know when or how it's going to hit you. You just don't. I don't care how psychic you are or how good you are with it. And that's not what we should be focused on. We should really be focused on enjoying one another because life is fragile. Life is precious. These things I've went through in this last couple months, it has really showed me how fragile and precious life is, you know, and how it can change in the blink of a second, you guys, a second. I'm going to leave y'all with that to think about. That is all. Until the next one, you guys, I'll send you peace and love.